What?
Wait. I shouldn't have worn this shirt.
I don't know.
Oh, you're recording.
He's... What was the question?
Okay, whatever. Just cut that out. Whatever.
Wow, that's not a good question to start off with. Cut that out.
You have to cut that.
Okay, cut that part. How would you put that in Spanish?
Okay, sorry. Okay.
What? So, what was the question again?
Just do the thing.
I know this one.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't know what else to say.
And go.
I define the role of a pastor as the head of the church.
Yo defino el propósito de un pastor en la forma de que él nos va a guiar lo mejor posible. Todo, tanto tiempo que él toma de su vida y ha leído la palabra de Dios.
A pastor is someone who's committed, someone who's loving, caring.
Somebody who cares for his flock.
Just being there, being a servant to your church. Somebody who loves his church, somebody who's sold out, somebody who can lead and who is strong.
He's the overseer of the church and just the youth and just the overseer of our soul.
The pastor is, the overseer of the church. He's our shepherd, and he has to make sure that, we're all taken care of.
Yo diría que el propósito de un pastor es dirigir su iglesia, la oveja.
The role of a pastor would be probably just what pastor does. I mean, I don't know. He's pastor. I don't know.
Pastor Andy Provencio. Pastor Provencio.
Pastor Andy Provencio.
The best pastor in the world.
Pastor Andy Provencio. Pastor Andy Provencio.
What's your last name? Provencio?
My pastor is the best pastor.
Pastor Andy Provencio. Yeah, the best pastor.
Pastor Andy Provencio.
Pastor.
Our pastor just rocks.
Pastor Andy Provencio.
Pastor Andy Provencio.
Pastor Andrés Provencio.
Pastor Andy Provencio.
Las características que sobresalen del pastor es que él es bien amigable. Si vas con él a hablar con él, él te dice que está orando por ti.
He's always there for us when we need him.
He's hardworking and that he's faithful.
Prayer. He's definitely a prayer warrior.
The number one thing is prayer.
He's a prayer warrior.
Number one thing is prayer. He's always praying. He believes what he says, and he's very committed and dedicated.
Es muy chistoresto.
No matter what it is, he always finds a way to help us out.
He's a very humble man, and he's easy to approach and to talk to.
Well, he's a leader, for sure.
Es un buen líder. Le gusta orar mucho.
He's a loving guy.
Pastor always has a smile on his face.
He's always come to church with a smile, and he's always happy, and that energy, that positive energy, he spreads it to the whole congregation.
I would say he's funny, but most of all, he's an awesome pastor. One of a kind, you can say. There's no one like him.
My best impression of pastor, like what he says. I'm praying for you, Mia. That's what I think that is.
I'm praying for you, Natalie.
From church, he's always, I'm praying for you, Mija. I'm praying for you. He always has his role. He'd always say, I want to challenge you today.
I'm the happiest person in the world.
Brother, you more moderate?
He was dancing up where he was sitting. He was going.
He does a little dance.
Un baile que es así.
I like to catch him because his little dances.
Funniest memory.
I remember one time pastor was preaching, and he was saying that when God talks to us, sometimes he talks to us softly. And he was saying that you don't talk to a baby like coochie coochie coo. You talk to them coochie coochie coo. Softly.
There was one time pastor was preaching and he was telling a joke about the big-headed child, and then he even put his whole back into it and leaned out and was just, no, it's okay, you're not, you don't have a big head, but obviously you could,
My funniest memory of pastor was when he was preaching, and he was telling a story about a little boy that went to her mom, and she said that in her school, they said that she had a big head, and the mom said, "No, you don't have a big head."
The song that reminds me of Pastor would be
Cuando levanto mis
El Espíritu de Dios está en este lugar.
Dios sea exaltado.
Dios sea exaltado.
Dios sea exaltado.
Dios sea exaltado reminds me of Pastor.
Dios sea exaltado.
How has Pastor inspired me?
He inspires me by his dedication to prayer, seeing him every morning at 6 o'clock here at the church, praying every day.
Through his prayers, he's always here in the morning and on Tuesday prayers, and he's always just praying for everybody. And it's inspiration because then you just want to go home and pray for everybody.
His dedication and commitment to the church and prayer, dedication and prayer.
his heart for missionary work. I really want to be, out in the fields, and I know he has a heart for it, and he encourages us to go.
El pastor me ha inspirado en una manera que él siempre nos enseña a orar.
Me ha inspirado en que he intentado buscar maneras de acercarme más al Señor, a orar más y leer la Biblia más, ser un líder mejor. El pastor me ha inspirado muchísimo en la forma de que es muy duro estar en la iglesia, la verdad, y él, como lo ha hecho por tantos años, es una motivación muy grande.
Pastor's always telling me that he's praying for me, and I always see him at everything.
It inspires me to be able to come to church to worship God and give God my best, and don't worry about who's around you.
Pastor inspires me because he's sold out.
Pastor has been a role model to me because when he shared his testimony, he said that he started the ministry when he was a young man, and that's inspiring because it shows me that it's not too early to start working for the Lord.
I appreciate
He's always supporting the youth group. No matter what it is, he always has our backs and he supports us thick and thin, no matter what.
I appreciate the fact that he's always praying for me, and that he's always telling me that, he's thinking about me and my family.
I appreciate the pastor a lot because he's really open, and you can just talk to him about anything.
I appreciate his support that he gives to the young people, for always believing in us.
The thing I appreciate the most about Pastor is that he cares for us and he's there for us when we need him.
I appreciate that he's passionate, like I said, he's loving, he's caring, and he really cares about our youth.
Lo que más aprecio de mi pastor es que él siempre está apoyando el grupo de los jóvenes. Él siempre nos está diciendo que está orando por nosotros.
Lo que más aprecio del pastor es sus palabras de motivación. Todo el tiempo que toma de su vida para estar en la iglesia, para ayudarnos a la gente de más.
I do love the pastor.
We've been blessed with a man of God who's always encouraging, who shows love, and who's just always there for his church and just supporting all the time. And he really does show that he loves his church.
Sister Nancy is a really cool motherly figure.
She's a mother, she's a woman of God, she's a wife.
She's also a powerful a woman of God, a prayer warrior, and I want to be like that.
She's funny.
Sister Nancy's funny. I love her.
She's funny, I love her.
We have our youth nights on Fridays, and she'll come in and really talk to us in a way that we understand, and it just feels really good to have the support and the love from our pastors.
La hermana Nancy me ha inspirado porque siempre ella viene a la iglesia con una sonrisa muy grande. Ella es bien chistosa.
I just want to thank them for always being there, and Sister Nancy, she's very helpful to us girls, and she always cracks jokes with us, and she's always making us laugh, and she gets down to our level a lot, and just to help us out. And Pastor, he's fun. He's very active in our lives and in our youth group.
Thankful for the pastor and Sister Nancy and their family for their support all the time.
Que le doy muchas gracias porque nos dio buenas bienvenidas. Cuando llegamos nos apreció mucho. Nos aceptó con manos abiertas y le doy muchas gracias porque ha aceptado muy bien.
Algo de gracias para la familia pastoral es que gracias por aceptarme como otra hija. Siempre me siento como que estoy en casa cuando estoy con ellos. Ellos me enseñan que sí me aman y doy gracias por eso.
I appreciate family because they're very involved and they're always talking to everybody and they're really personal with everybody else and just appreciate that.
I just want to say thank you for praying for me and for, encouraging me, all these years that I've been here.
I give thanks to Pastor for, first of all, supporting the youth group all the time. He's always there to support us, and he's always praying for us.
Teamwork makes the dream work.